Hello, Taurus. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Aviana. This is Aviana's Ascension. And today we are going to see what messages Spirit has for you. My readings are timeless, so whenever you find this is perfect for you. Thank you so much for watching and sharing your time and energy with me today. Of course, just take what resonates, just take what feels right for you, what feels good, leave the rest behind, and check out your other placements so you can get the most accurate message, okay? All right. I'm using a couple of angel decks, so if there is a particular angel, a loved one that has passed on that you would like to call them in at this time. Let them be with the people, all right? Let's get some messages for Taurus, please and thank you. Most important, I am a Taurus rising, so I always like to see what's going on with you guys. Messages for Taurus, please and thank you. Your season is coming up soon. Happy early birthday. Love that. I have a few friends that are Tauruses, so shout out to them. Hey Tristan, hey Macy, hey Danielle. All right, so let's get into it. So bottom of the deck, all right, we've got motivation. All right, your eyes on the prize here, Taurus. All right, you are focused. You're ready to go. Again, not again. I'm just saying because I've been noticing a lot of weird little details in my readings lately. This little green arrow, right? Heart chakra's green. So it feels like you're really motivated by something that is pulling at your heartstrings, something that really fills your cup, makes you happy, and that's beautiful. All right, so just keep your eye on the prize. Something's coming through for you. Oh, yeah, power. Yes, I love that. This makes me think of the strength card. So, what's beautiful about power is gentle power is the greatest power of all, right? Not feeling the need to control somebody, shout something from the rooftops, have other people agree with you shows true power. You know what I mean? So know that you are very regal. You're keeping your head held high. You're keeping yourself in your power, in your element, and you're staying in character, and that's beautiful because you know that no matter what anybody else is trying to do, you're going towards what you want to go towards. Okay? I like that. Yes, compassion. Yeah. I'm definitely getting like gentle giant here, right? Someone that is very powerful, but they don't use their power to put anybody else down. You lead with your heart, and that's beautiful. Yeah, and transience. There's going to be a lot of change here, but you know how to go with the flow with things. You're embracing it. You have love for it. And you understand that, not everyone can operate like you, right? We don't want anyone to be just like us. That's boring. Okay, but I feel like there's a lot of grace that you have not only within yourself, but that you show onto others as well. I love it. And honestly, if you don't have that kind of compassion for yourself, you can't give it to others. So I love what I'm seeing. All right, let's get these messages for Taurus, please and thank you. Alrighty, let's see what's going on. All right, let's see. Ooh, I like it. Okay. So we have fluidity. I feel like this is kind of a bit of advice for you. They're saying to go with the flow. Yeah, like it feels like there's really something that you have surrendered to, something where you're like, I can't change this. I'm not in control of this. So let me just let go, release, and surrender, really. It's like it's like the energy you get whenever you're just like floating down a river, and just letting the tide take you wherever it needs to go. That's beautiful. Just allow yourself to surrender, allow yourself to let go. All right. So while there could be some situations, some things around you where you're not in control, you're having to just release, surrender, I feel you're putting your time and your energy into your passion, right? You're like, this may be out of my control, but I know I can control myself. So let me put my energy and time into something that feeds me, right? Whether that's, a side hustle, a hobby, your career. This could be your health, whether that's physical, mental, spiritual, whatever. It could be reading more. Some of you could literally be starting new hobbies, but I like it. It's like someone saying, like, this is a lot of energy. Let me put it into something that's beneficial. Okay, I like that. I like it a lot. All right, with protection and peace, and passion, lots of P's. So you could have a P in your name. You could be dealing with someone with a P in their name. Maybe you live somewhere like Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. If you live in any of those places, let me know. But either way, Spirit is saying there you are protected and there's going to be peace throughout this energy, throughout this situation. All right, it seems like you are very good at protecting your energy, right? You said, I can't control something. I'm just going to go with the flow, put my energy towards things I can control, and do what makes me feel good. And I like that. Okay? It feels like you know not to beat a dead horse. You know that everyone has their own path, their own goals, their own ways of seeing things. And you're not trying to get someone to see things in your perspective, but you're just allowing things to be. And through that, you are at peace, you know? And that's really the whole goal to me with anything. Everyone's allowed to have different opinions, everyone's allowed to see things differently. But me judging somebody for what they think is hypocritical, right? Because if I want someone to think how I want them to think or how I think, and I'm going to judge them, it just doesn't make sense to me. Like, judging people doesn't make sense to me because no one changes through judge and shame. So it's like, okay, well, we don't have to be on the same page, but I'm not going to criticize you and shame you. If anything, through knowledge, through acceptance, through curiosity, that's how you get things to shift. We do it with our own shadows. We should do it with other people's shadows as well, no matter how triggering they may be. And I feel like that's the move you're on. All right, we have communication, service, love, humility, comfort. Yeah, justice. Yeah, I feel like you're approaching something with a lot of love, with a lot of compassion, understanding. You're really putting yourself in someone else's shoes, and that is the key. I think this is beautiful. And it's very mature because not everyone can do that. And even I struggle with it sometimes because, we're human, right? But a big thing that I have learned and that I hold on to is people do not change through judge and shame. We ourselves don't receive that well. Other people don't receive that well. So how can you have love and curiosity and acceptance for others just like you would want for yourself? You know? All right. We're going to get into the angel answers oracle here, and I'm going to clarify this with the tarot. There's something better kind of hopped out there, so we'll see. We'll see what comes through. All right, messages for Taurus. What do they need to know? Most important. Please and thank you. Oh! All right. All right, let's see what's going on. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, there's something better is still here. So, yeah, I feel like you're trying to navigate something and trying to decide, I don't know how to handle this. Let me focus on myself. I feel like through that process, you're going to realize, okay, it's time for me to move on from something. All right, we have not the right time. Look for a sign. Ask your angels. Oh, and no. Okay, so yeah, Spirit is definitely saying no to something. Okay, but Taurus, the thing about you is you're very loyal. All right, you will stick with something. You will ride it until the wheels fall off. And that's beautiful. That's a great trait to have. But know when to draw the line in the sand. Okay? If you're unsure about something, ask your angels, look for a sign. I personally like to do it with fun things. Like I'll say, okay, if I should go towards this, show me the moon. If I should go towards this, show me a tulip. I like it to be kind of different so that way, I don't say two flowers or a ladybug and a butterfly because those things could be near each other, right? You could say a piece of pizza or a baseball bat, whatever you're into. But know that Spirit is here to work with you, never against you. So if you need guidance, if you need help, ask for it. All right? But yeah, it's something something's not quite right here. All right. And Spirit is acknowledging like they're very proud of you for being able to just flow with something and focus on what fills your cup, but you also can't ignore the elephant in the room. All right. Let's see what's going on. Messages for Taurus, please and thank you. Alrighty. Okay, so we have listen to your intuition, right? You got to trust yourself on a situation. We have it's up to you, recovery, and take action. All right. I feel like you're going to have to make a hard decision here, Taurus, but it is going to lead to bigger and better. And everyone's going to be okay with recovery. They're letting you know you're going to be okay. This person, situation, whatever you're dealing with is going to be okay, but you can't ignore something much longer. All right, we have opportunity, reconsider, yes. Unlikely, don't stop. Okay. Yeah, I feel like something's going to come your way. Some sort of, it could be like a career opportunity or something like that, where it's going to kind of give you the confidence to look at something differently and choose a different path for yourself. All right, let's get the tarot going and we'll see what's really going on. All right, Spirit, thank you for these messages for Taurus. Let's get some clarity on this, more in-depth guidance, please and thank you. And thank you for these messages so far. I'm noticing the eyes, and it's up to you. Listen to your intuition. So there could be somebody in like fluidity has a couple of eyes. So this could be a time to listen to your third eye, right? You could be dealing with somebody with I in their name. Or, fun little twist, they were saying, what do you want? Say, I want this. I expect this. I need this. And if a situation is not giving you that, it's time for you to go. See, excuse me. See, yeah, you guys are having a hard time articulating your feelings. And that's not a great place to be. Yeah, so do some throat chakra work as well. All right, let's see what's going on. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so yeah, we have the King of Cups here. Yeah, you could be dealing with the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but I just feel like you're trying to be cool, calm, collected. You know, I feel like there's a lot of waves. See the water. There's a lot going on around you, and you're trying to say, okay, this is a lot, but let me just be cool. Let me be calm. You know when to pull from the head, when to pull from the heart, stay balanced. Just someone that's really in control of their emotions right now. All right, we have the King of Wands. We got Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. You're trying not to let your emotions dictate how you move here. You're really making the best of a situation, I feel. Okay? We have the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, Ten of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Devil, the Five of Swords, the Hermit. Okay. With the Three of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, the Ten of Cups, I feel like there is a very close situation here. This could be somebody you work with, a friend, a romantic partner, someone you live with, but it feels like you're very, very guarded and you're not sure how to, it feels like you have to tiptoe around a situation. You're not sure how to navigate it entirely. The Nine of Wands is somebody who's been through a lot, kind of the wounded warrior, but they're not going to give up, right? It's more like, okay, let me take a break. Let me gather myself. I've got more to go, but I've been through a lot right now. And the fact that it's surrounded by Ten of Cups, Three of Pentacles lets me know that it's someone that is truly close to you. Okay? We have the Eight of Pentacles, the Lovers, Gemini energy with the Lovers. Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's time for reflection. Okay? There's a lot of love with the situation, obviously, with the Ten of Cups, Three of Pentacles here as well. There's a lot of love, but you have to ask yourself, what are your needs? What do you want in the future? What do you want presently? What is your heart guiding you to go towards? And allow yourself to go towards that. We have the devil here, the Five of Swords, Capricorn energy with the devil. I do feel like your thoughts are getting the best of you. There could be someone around you who's just selfish and just not thinking about how things impact you, but that's all you think about. Ooh, that's a good one. That's really what I'm feeling here. You really do care a lot about how you impact this other person, this situation, but it doesn't feel like you're getting that same respect and honor. So it's like you keep running into a wall and you're like, well, I guess, I'll break down the wall, I'll carve through the wall, I'll do whatever I can to get past this wall, but then somebody just keeps putting more concrete over it. With the Hermit, we have Virgo energy. It's really time to ask yourself what you need, what you want. Time to go within, listen to your intuition, meditate on this, journal about it, and allow yourself to come to an honest conclusion. Pretend like this will not impact anybody and see what conclusions you come to. Just do it as a little exercise. You don't have to take action. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, right? But I just want to see, if you allow yourself to be vulnerable and real with yourself, what conclusions do you come to? Start there. Okay? All right, let's get into it. All right. What a twist. Okay. So let's see what's going on. So we're starting with listen to your intuition. So let's see what Spirit's saying about that. Tell me more about listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition for Taurus, please and thank you. Okay. All right, we have the Page of Swords, Five of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, and Magician. Yeah. I do feel that you're ready for a new chapter, a new start. I feel like you want to reclaim your power from a situation, but the Nine of Pentacles, that's you all the way, Taurus. You're just so loyal, and you like stability, you like routine, you like to keep things how you like them. Hey, I'm a Taurus rising. I know, I get it, right? But it's time to break free from something if it doesn't work for you. Why would you torture yourself? I'm not into that. But let's talk about it. We have the Ace of Wands with the Ten of Swords. Your intuition is telling you you're ready for a new start. You're ready to be free of something so you can go towards something you are passionate about, something that lights you up, something that makes you feel good. Or maybe you're wanting to reignite a spark in some way. But I feel the Ten of Swords, I can't pretend like the card's not here. That's all about walking away from something. This is about feeling, honestly betrayed or just tired of giving your energy to something. So redirect it. I know it's easier said than done, but it's much harder to live a life that's not fulfilling, I'll tell you what. So I think a big part of your hesitation is the Seven of Cups, right? You know that you want to walk away from something, go towards something new. But what does that mean? What does that look like for you? I feel that level of uncertainty is what's keeping you held back a bit. But what I love about the Seven of Cups is all these cups represent different things, right? And you're going to have to ask yourself, well, what does financial fulfillment look like for me? What does physical fulfillment, romantic, spiritual, mental, career, You have to ask yourself, what fills my cup in life in general, right? In all these areas of your life. I definitely suggest just figuring out what your values are and what makes you happy, right? And to me, it helps me to make a mood board to do that, right? Whether that means on Pinterest or cutting out magazines. And sometimes I'll start out by saying, okay, this is going to be a career thing, and I'll just notice things that light me up. And honestly, I don't even think you should give it a specific theme, but maybe this has to do with a specific area in life. If it does, then yeah, lean into that. But if this is just life in general, don't go in with a theme and just notice the things that catch your eye, what make you happy. And hold on to those and then put them into a collage and see if there's any, repeating themes, an overall energy from the mood board you made. And then go from there with what you want to go towards, okay? But we have the Page of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, your energy there. So, yeah. Again, with the aces, 2 aces, that's new beginnings. And then a 10 is an ending, right? So you know deep in your heart that you're ready for something new. You're ready to see something in a new light. You're ready for clarity. You're ready for truth. And the Page of Pentacles talks about being ready to go on a new journey. Allow yourself to go on the journey and know that you are going to figure some things out on the way. You're not meant to have all the answers right now, and find it in your heart to be okay with that. Because being in a space of not knowing is such a gift, because not only do you get to learn how to navigate the unknown, but you also get to learn more about yourself. And that's a beautiful treat. All right, let's keep it moving and grooving. It's up to you, Taurus. Listen. Open those wings up and fly. All right? The ball is in your court. Tell me more about It's Up to You for Taurus. Please and thank you. Okay. I like that there's not a ton of cards coming out for you, Taurus, because it's just like kind of quick and to the point. I feel like there's a lot of there were 4 angel cards, 4 of these cards, there's 4 of these cards, so you might be seeing a lot of 4s. Oh my god, 4 of Wands, that's crazy. All right, we have we have the World card, we have the Death card. It's definitely time to walk away from something here. Okay? There's something, could be dealing with a Scorpio here, but there's just something that is just not, there's no more left for you. Okay? And what's cool about the Death card is it shows that, death comes for all of us, literally and metaphorically, right? Nothing lasts forever, nothing at all. So you can't hold on tightly to something, because that's just not how nature works. We have winter, we have summer. Even Earth goes through its highs and lows and ebb and flows, right? So with fluidity, I think they're emphasizing that too. Allow something to go. With the Hanged Man, the Knight of Cups, I think that you guys are letting the love for something get in the way of honesty, right? And it's not that I think that you're lying to somebody, but I think more so you're lying to yourself about a situation. You're like, well, I mean, I love this job. I love this person. I love this friendship. Okay, well, great. And love is amazing and love is enough. But if you feel like something has run its course, then what are we doing here? Love something enough to let it go. You know what I mean? Well, let's see. We have the 8 of Wands, the 8 of Cups, 2 8s. Could be seeing 8s a lot. Maybe your birthday is April 28th, potentially. All right, but with the 8 of Wands, 8 of Cups, this is all about traveling. Some of you guys, maybe you need to travel to get your head clear. But this is about walking away from something. And this person is like the hermit before they go into hermit mode, right? With the traditional Rider-Waite, the cups in the front are all empty, and they have to go towards something new to find out what makes them happy. Just because you're comfortable doesn't mean you should stay somewhere, right? And with the 8 of Wands, that's just about quick movement, things happening, travel. So it's time to get up and go. With the 4 of Wands, this could involve a family situation, someone you live with, someone that you are very close to. This could be a long-term relationship as well, right? But I just heard the party is over. You know, you may struggle to even have a good time with each other, to feel free. Again, I just feel like walking on eggshells, and you don't deserve that. You're a bull. You can't even walk that soft. You know, that's me being silly, but you know what I'm trying to do. All right, we have the Nine of Swords here as well. Don't let anxiety and fear get the best of you. I'm telling you what, you cannot let those things hold you back and keep you stuck. That's the biggest disservice you could do to yourself or anyone else. So don't do that. All right? You're going to be okay. Everyone else is going to be okay. You just got to rip a band aid off. And that's why recovery is here. So let's talk about recovery. Letting you know that you and everyone else involved will heal from this. Tell me more about recovery from Taurus, please. Thank you. Oh, beautiful. Whew, just did a little stretch. All right. Now we got the Knight of Wands, the King of Swords. You got to follow your truth, Taurus. You really do. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries with the Knight of Wands. Aquarius, Gemini, Libra with the King of Swords. Six of Wands, yeah. There is going to be success when you follow your heart, go towards what you're meant to go towards, but you cannot let anxiety and fear keep you held back. You can't. That's wrong. Let's talk about it. All right, we have the Four of Swords with the Moon, Cancer, Pisces energy with that Moon card. So, yeah, I feel a big fear, big thing that's keeping you held down is the fact that you're like, well, what if this person isn't able to move forward? What if I'm not able to move forward? What if I don't find a better job, another friend group, whatever? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know what I mean? What if a comet came through and blew up my place? You know, there's a million things that could happen that could hurt, but you can't pause your life or live a lie to avoid that. All right? Because let me tell you what, the tower moment will happen and we don't want that. Right? So allow yourself to be brave enough to be hurt. Allow yourself to be brave enough to be honest, because that's what's necessary at this time. Right? Everything's going to be okay. All right, with the Queen of Swords, Three of Wands, again with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. It's just time to be honest and acknowledge the fact that you're ready to move on. That's why they're saying there's something better for you. And with this bird here, allow yourself to see something from a bigger perspective. I just said this in Aries reading. I wouldn't want someone to stay around with me, friend, family, work, whatever, romantic, if they didn't want to. Right? Don't delay the inevitable. Allow it to be unfold, allow it to come to fruition so that way everyone has the time and the chance to heal, to move forward, you know? It's kind of like avoiding going to the hospital when good example. Whenever I had my appendix removed, so I was at work and I was like, something's not right. Something's not right in my belly. Something's up here. And, you know, I also, at the time I was working at Starbucks, but I worked in the service industry for most of my life. I'm back in it actually because it's great money and that's what I prefer. But there are some restaurants that don't have the greatest work environments in the sense of if you're sick, if you're not feeling good or whatever, you're not always encouraged to call out or go home, right? Some places not like that. Like where I work now, that's not the situation. But you know, when you're used to that, it can be hard for you to speak up for yourself and advocate for yourself. And my shift lead, shout out to Louie, by the way, love Louie. They were like, hey, if you don't feel good, why don't you go on home? Right? Because I literally was like crouching, trying to like stock pastries, and they were like, "Can you get up, or what's going on there?" I was like, "I don't know, man. Something's up." So they sent me to the urgent care. The urgent care was pressing around. They're like, "You should probably go to the hospital and get an ultrasound of some sort because we don't have that technology, but there's definitely something wrong with you." And luckily, I was living with my great aunt at the time. So, she's a bit older. And, I feel like older people are a lot more likely to be like, let's go to the hospital than younger people, right? And thank God I did, because they did like a little MRI or whatever kind of thing. And they're like, yep, you have an inflamed appendix. So good thing you came in. We're going to take it out tomorrow. And I don't know if any of you guys know this, but if you don't handle an appendix and it ruptures, you could die, right? And also the pain just increases more and more and more. So I'm glad I got it taken care of and went towards what I needed to go towards, right? So know that if you just sit and let something like ruminate and, fester, it's going to explode. So handle your business, okay? Very long-winded story, but here we go. All right, Page of Swords here. Again, we've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, the Magician. I'm going to say Gemini energy. Could be wrong. Don't remember. Look it up or something if you want. But either way, this is something where I feel like you're going to be out on your own with the situation, right? Maybe this involves a breakup. This can involve leaving a work environment that you're very used to. Maybe you want to live on your own, whatever the situation is. With the Page of Swords, this isn't something you're used to, right? Pages represent people that have the least experience in something. They're typically depicted with children because, children haven't been on the earth as long as adults, right? So Spirit is saying, yes, you're taking a bet, but allow yourself to bet on yourself. And with the Magician, they're saying that you know what to do at this point, right? This is a master manifester. This is someone who knows how to use their tools, their experiences in the best way for them. So use them and allow yourself to go towards this new beginning. All right, last little card here. We have Take Action. Get on that horse and go. All right, let's see. Tell me more about Take Action. It's time for you to shoot for the stars. Ooh, I told you. Okay, let's talk about it. All right, set that there. Yeah, the Emperor, Judgment, Temperance, Five of Cups, the Strength card. Lots of major arcana at the bottom of your deck here, showing that this is a major life change. But with the Emperor and Judgment, Scorpio energy, Aries energy, you can't lie to yourself anymore. You have to be honest, and you have to take action through that authenticity. Okay, and move like the Emperor. Move like you have an army behind you supporting you, because you do in the spiritual realm. All right. With Temperance, Five of Cups, the Strength card, yeah, you're being asked to walk away from something. But they're saying, don't cry over spilt milk. This was a beautiful experience. You learned so much about yourself, about your needs. You allowed whoever's involved to learn more about themselves. So don't take it as a big L. Like, take it as it is. It's a beautiful lesson. A big L. Oh, I love that. All right, could be dealing with a Sagittarius or a Leo there. With the High Priestess, the Star card, Pisces energy, Aquarius energy. You know that you want more. You're wishing upon a star. You're looking to the horizon. Time to take action and go towards it. Okay? Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Wait. Oh, this was all together. This is a lot of cards. That's fierce. This was here too. Yeah. Okay. We'll just set that over there. All right. So we have the Four of Cups, the Tower, the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, this is you, Taurus. You're ignoring a situation, and that is going to lead to a Tower moment. Spirit is giving you a heads up right here, right now. Okay? And a Tower moment is essentially, the rug being pulled from underneath you. Sometimes it can be an aha moment. But know that however it comes through, whether it's comfortable or uncomfortable, usually they're uncomfortable, it's to serve you, right? Because we cannot change, we cannot grow, evolve, become who we're meant to be if we stay stagnant. This stagnancy has been happening for too long. It's time to take action, time to get things popping, or else the universe will get it popping for you. It's up to you, you know? All right, we have the Ten of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Nine of Cups, Two of Cups, Five of Swords. Yeah. So with the Two of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, yeah, this probably has to do with, a romantic relationship, someone you're very, very close to, someone with a lot of history. If it was just some random Joe on the street, this wouldn't be a big deal. So I understand, obviously this is someone close to you, or else you wouldn't be going back and forth and struggling with it so much. But again, I'll tell you like I tell everybody else. Don't keep me around if you don't want me there, right? You're doing somebody a service with this honesty so they can find the friend, the partner, the family member they're meant to be with. We have the Five of Cups, Five of Swords, Nine of Cups. Oh no, Five of Pentacles, Five of Swords, Nine of Cups. Lots of fives, letting me know that this is a big change for you. All right? There is a lot of guilt surrounding you going towards your happiness and your fulfillment. You don't want to be selfish. You don't want to leave anyone in the cold or make anyone feel abandoned. But at the end of the day, you can't abandon yourself either, right? I tell people all the time, I will never advocate for that or promote that on my channel because I don't believe in that. I don't believe in lying to yourself, lying to someone else to keep them comfortable. I don't believe in keeping yourself in a box so that way others can live their life comfortably. No. Because at the end of the day, it's not for you to carry. Okay? Everyone is responsible for how they react and what they make of a situation, right? There's been plenty of people who've done me wrong and hurt my feelings, but guess what? You make the most out of it. You turn your pain into power. And that's a beautiful lesson for somebody to learn too, right? Keeping someone comfortable keeps them stagnant. It's kind of like, I use this analogy a lot. It's like whenever there's babies learning how to walk and they kind of weeble wobble and fall down, you don't run to the baby and you're like, oh my God, baby, let me hold you, pick you up and carry you so that way you never have to experience falling down again. Absolutely not. That's crazy. That's life. We fall down to get back up. But you can't be, the mat that someone falls down on all the time. Because then look at you just laying on the floor, right? Like that doesn't make sense. So do yourself and this other person a favor by releasing, letting go, surrendering. This person or whoever is going to learn a lot about themselves, and so are you. And that is the mark of love. That's the greatest act of love you can do for somebody, to help them get to know themselves deeper. And if you can't do it together, then you have to do it apart. And that's beautiful. It's the power of perspective, really. All right, Taurus, we're going to close it out with some self-care oracle messages just to see what different habits, hobbies can help you through this time. All right. And I know it's a lot right now for you, and I acknowledge that. And, let's see. We have manifest strength. Yeah, go to the gym, work out, do yoga, whatever, to remind you how strong you are. I went to the gym today, and it's honestly great. Like, obviously, to me, it's all about, like, getting there, right? But once I'm in there and I'm doing it, I'm like, all right, this is good, Give yourself plenty of time as well. All right, let's see. Self-care guidance for Taurus, please and thank you. All right, let's see. So we do have number 3, collaboration. I like that. Okay, so for those of you that are struggling with surrendering this, whatever it could be, try to think of something you guys could do together, right? Think of a way that, if you're not ready to walk away or find a new beginning, whatever, because cards can't tell you what to do. It's your life. You have free will. Try to foster a healthy connection by doing things together, by showing teamwork, showing support, and not just walking on eggshells and allowing yourself to be steamrolled, but by true partnership. whatever that means for you and whoever this is involving, right? Okay, we have number 2, anxiety. Yeah. Spirit is letting you know, like, yes, this is a very anxious, scary, worrisome time. But let those uncomfortable feelings show you something, right? Anxiety, anger, fear, all of that is showing you that you desire more, that you want better, that you want peace. So foster that for yourself, okay? I'm noticing the little cheeks here. It makes me think of those little like eye things that people put on. Maybe do like a facial, a mask, something like that. Go have a spa day. Number 7, call mom, okay? If you don't have a mom or like a relationship with your mom, whoever feminine, wiser energy that you like to go to them, okay? But talk to someone who maybe is seeing things from a different perspective and see what guidance they have for you, okay? And number 5, break free. Again with the 5s. Yeah, Taurus, it's time for you to let go of something, right? I feel like you really are trying to make the best of a situation. You know, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But what kind of life is that? You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's beautiful to be able to make the most of a situation, but if you have to do that every single day, make the most of free will and walk away from it, okay? I know I'm being blunt, but spirit be having me be like that sometimes, especially if you need to hear it. All right, that's all I have for you today, Taurus. Thank you for watching. I know this was an intense reading, so definitely meditate, journal, get into your passions, things that fill your cup to kind of help bring some light to this situation, okay? But don't ignore the elephant in the room. It's time for you to face this. It's time for you to be honest, and you can't hold back on that right now. You just can't. And I can't advocate that, so that's where we are. All right, but if this resonated for you, let me know with a like, a comment. You know, maybe there can be a fellow Taurus. I'm happy to give some guidance here for you guys. Let me know what you're going through and how I can help, okay? If you would like more content, I have all my social media down below. My website is down below as well. If you'd like to book a reading, a spiritual ceremony, or if you want to sign up for my newsletter as well, it's a great way to get discounts, coupons, exclusive content, all that good stuff, some wellness guidance, you know. But that's there for you if you want to check it out. This is all I have for you. Make sure to check out your other placements for the most accurate message. But thank you so much for watching, Taurus. Have a beautiful rest of your night. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.